What's good? We're here to talk about The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2. Spoiler alert if you have not watched it. The last part is one of our most popular videos. So, of course, there'll be no new comic book day. I'm feeling a little under it. But got Green Shirt guy here, so we're going to at least give you The Last of Us.
You know what? Look at this. I'm going to pull my sweatshirt out.
Yeah, this is green.
I'm wearing green today.
Maybe I'll do like a thing with it.
I have one.
Hey everybody, my name's Kamaria, and you're watching The Council of Comics.
We're all the heroes.
Alright, so Last of Us Season 2. Anthony, if you want, you gotta kneel down or something over here.
I just wanted to hear for a second because I was like, I knew they were going to do it because you played the game. So it's like, but again, Joel was right. I mean, I get it. Anybody can go. It's like The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones or something. But really, right? Pedro Pascal was the main character, right? Like,
yeah, but spoiler alert.
Yes and no.
Joel is dead. Spoiler alert.
I think it's a two-hander
because you're still gonna see him.
Well, and
he'll be in flashbacks about why they have that beef.
I don't need any flashbacks. We know why they have.
No, there's scenes. There's been cut scenes of trailers and all that of scenes we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
So they'll have flashbacks of why they have that.
Yeah, but who cares?
Beef.
It's over.
Yeah.
And the other thing is Joel was right.
It's not over for Ellie.
I'm saying though, well, now she's going to have a revenge story where she kills another girl.
Well, it's funny because I watched it. I was watching it last night because I was watching Andor on Sunday. I watched it last night. I fell asleep, so I rewatched about 10 minutes that I watched last night, and then I finished it today. And then I don't know if you watched the after where they talk about it.
Yeah.
And that's what they were saying. And it's like, look, now you get the dichotomy of Abby's story and Ellie's story, and basically Abby making Ellie into her now.
Yeah.
So now where do we go from there?
Yeah.
Which makes sense, but
we talked about it off camera. Abby's is a little bit much because she tortures Joel.
100% tortures him.
And again, like her dad was not innocent. My dad was an innocent doctor.
Yeah.
Whatever. He was willing to cut up in a little girl's head.
That they didn't tell.
Right.
They didn't tell her.
Dad.
Yeah.
Like dad needed to give permission.
Right.
He didn't. He didn't want it. And then they were like, no. Like, well, then what do you expect? I don't know.
They didn't expect Joel last season to go buck wild on them.
Why not?
They expected him to go a little bit, but they just didn't know what he was capable of. But this, okay, let's start off in the beginning. The storm comes.
Yeah.
The foreshadowing of the storm coming.
Well, they talked about that in the after too.
Yeah.
Like, there's many storms going on in this episode.
Yeah.
And not just weather.
Yeah. And then
the weather is the foreshadowing of what's to come.
The Abby and her crew look down the hill. They wake up in the morning and they realize, yo, this is a city. This isn't some little camp.
Yes.
This is a city.
Oh crap! Now we can't go in there.
But Abby still wants to go in there.
100%.
So whatever the guy, I don't forget what the other guy's name is. The bearded, we'll call him.
I think it's Caleb.
Is it Caleb? The bearded guy. He's like
the not Hispanic beard guy.
Yeah.
The white guy. Yeah. I think
he's like, I got a plan. Don't worry, figure out. Then they come to him later. You don't have a plan, do you? He's no. The plan is to convince her to go back. So she goes out on patrol. Abby. Let alone, you got Joel and everybody out there on patrol as well. Right. She spots him on a horse. Attempts to go after them.
Well, doesn't know it's him.
Doesn't know it's him, but the plan was
on horses.
Yeah, the plan was to grab somebody,
right,
and try to use them as bait to get back.
Right.
But she slips and falls down the hill.
Well, back up because they talk about what that is.
She falls down the hill. She goes into this thing where the hands are out, and they explain in the beginning, that they just ran into some walkers that were literally under snow, and they were
under bodies to hide.
Well, not walkers. Sorry, infected. They were infected, and they were using their own infected bodies
to hide.
And the joke was,
well, how many are there?
Like 30 or something like that, and 1,000. Ellie laughs. It's like 1,000.
Right.
Get out of here. There's no way. But come to find out, where Abby's walking, they sense her. Yeah. She starts running.
Well, she starts running immediately, which is smart because she would have been caught.
Yeah.
Tell me, when you see her running away, how fast are those things going?
They're running. That's one of the best scenes when they're coming out.
Well, and later when they're catching the horses, I'm like, how fast are these things going?
Yeah, and then the other group
comes down the hill.
I'm like, yes.
Yep.
But they merge.
Yeah.
Two
herds, if you will.
Did they merge purposely? Because remember, it's a hive mind.
Well, I got the feeling that the first group was chasing her, and the second group was awakened by the guy with the
Yes, you're right.
The pipe.
Yeah. And they said maybe that was it. And the second her was like, no. There's a lot more over here.
Right.
So they go.
Let this little snack go.
Yeah.
Let's go have the meal. Yeah.
So Ellie ends up getting to this wherever they're scouting out, and the cool scene where she's behind the fence.
That's the scariest scene in the both seasons.
Closing in and closing
in both seasons, I'm like, I don't know how she's getting out of this.
I was like, that's wild. And
then the guy breaks through. The chick breaks through.
Yeah. But she gets out, and of course,
Joel saves her.
Joel
saves her.
Right.
Joel was foreshadowing last episode.
I saved her. How could you? Right. The guy saves you. Right. He's looking to get back to his people again. Right. Save everybody, and then you kill that guy because he killed your dad.
We didn't look at him.
It was just revenge.
I mean, at that point, I can understand why she would still kill him. Like, okay, you saved me,
yes,
granted, but you still killed my dad.
I'm lucky that this happened.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Joel saves her. She says, oh, I got a cabin that all my people are on. He's like, all right.
Are they armed?
Yeah, are they armed?
Oh, that's going to be helpful.
Yeah. So they go back to the cabin. And meanwhile, the infected go toward the city.
Yeah.
And the way they're running at the city, they're like, it reminded me of Game of Thrones. Like at the wall, when the walkers are coming. I was like, this is a Game of Thrones moment right here.
Or Helm's Deep.
I
didn't know how they were going to... I didn't realize they dropped the... You know what I mean? They dropped the canisters to blow them up.
Yeah.
So it's like they're too... if they're running towards the wall, if they run into the wall, right? Like they're just going to be able to get through it eventually. And I was like, they can't set them on fire at the wall. Right?
How about
they dropped the cans? I thought that was cool.
They hit the wall, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of guys. But if you notice that they were chalking the wheels on those trucks right beforehand, so they were hitting the gate, and the gate kind of moved, but it hit a truck, and that's why it stayed.
Yeah. And then the big bloater.
Yeah.
The super bloater. He knew it automatically. He was like, oh, this guy's breaking through.
Right.
He knew it automatically.
Which you have to kill in the game with a flamethrower. So that was like, oh, of course that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. And at least the brother lived, right? Like the brother. Yeah,
he fought the bloater. He lived. I thought he was gonna die, but changed it. I should have knew right there. Wait a minute, if he's not gonna die.
Right.
Somebody else is gonna die. So they're dealing with that there. They get back to the cabin, and Abby's like, huh, hey, it's Joel.
Right.
And they're like,
she starts her monologue. She's like, you just shut.
Yeah.
Just do it.
But she shoots him first though.
No! She shot him after that.
No, she shot him first.
Oh, that's right, because he's sitting on the ground. That's right, because he was going.
It was wild. I was like, oh, she shot him. I was like, I wonder how Joel's going to get out of this one.
It looked like she shot him in both legs too initially.
Yeah,
but it looked like it went back, like he was messed up.
So she basically tells the whole monologue, "You killed my dad," and then he says, "Would you shut the hell up already and just do it?"
Well, and they knock out Dina beforehand.
Yes, but she gets to see the book bag.
Right.
Of one of the people, and she heard the names, so she knows where they're from. She knows they're from Seattle because they mentioned it before she got knocked out.
And that's dumb. They didn't kill her. And then there's another piece of Abby being a supervillain. She was like, I'll bash her head in too. What has she got to do with this?
And she's so, this is the whole thing. Like, she's so, not to get on somebody's stature, but she's so small.
Yeah, but she's got a big giant
and if I'm part of this group, I'll be like, I'll take your words. Simmer down, Abby, because I'll put you in place.
Yeah, but if
she's
running the show.
But I'm saying, if she's going wild, like, what was the agreement? We're not going to hurt other people. Yeah. And now you're acting like this.
They said we got something.
Settle down.
Put that girl
to be fair, though,
right?
if we're talking about size, Caleb's the only one that's big.
They're all taller, except for the other girl. We're pretty much bigger than her.
They're taller than her, but they're not like.
Well, maybe she's
Hispanic guys.
Maybe she's
size.
Diesel. Maybe she's
Caleb's kind of big, but and then the women out there, I love women. They're all about the same size there.
Yeah.
They might be a little bit taller, but
none of them are big. I feel like they could have came together as a group and said,
"No, 100%.
Settle down." But they let her like torture him
for a while.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was punching.
Yeah. Because I'm feeling like it wasn't just her dad. Like their friends got killed too.
Yes.
So why aren't they so?
Well, eventually, remember he goes up and just end it.
Yeah, just end it. Right. So after beating him,
that's the way you end it too. Like you couldn't just shoot him.
There's a broken.
She broke the
golf club on there. Now at this time, Ellie and her patrol person realize that Joel and them are still out there, so they go hunting for them, and she finds the house
after she finds the grow plant.
Yeah, yeah. That little, well, that's been known for that.
Well, he knew, but she didn't know. Yeah. But don't think she's not going back there, and that's probably where he was getting that swag weed to give to the psychiatrist too.
Yes.
You're right.
7-Eleven.
So she finds a house where they have Joel, and she's walking in. She hears the thump. Remember the first thump she hears when she comes into the house like this? She hears thump.
Yeah, that's right.
That's her like beating on him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she's gonna come in and start. She's gonna murder. She didn't get anybody coming in. They hit her from the side, knocked the gun out of her, and Joel is like
Dead.
Not dead yet, because he's still
Not dead
breathing.
yet.
Yeah.
He's still
Well,
breathing,
like
but
she's
he's
saying,
almost
"Get up,
there. And I'm like,
get up."
and I'm still like, man, how's Joel gonna get out of
Get
this
up,
one?
Joel. Get up, Joel. Come on, Joel. Get up.
So then they make her watch her as she sticks the thing, and even when she sticks the thing in his neck, I'm still like, how's Joel gonna get out of this one?
So she hit him.
I knew what happened.
That was my thing too. 'Cause
I
I'm
still
like,
was like,
she hit him in the neck. I'm like, well,
Right?
that's pretty bad. But
Yeah,
like,
right?
it wasn't like she put it. I
Because
thought
you
could
hear
put it,
him breathing still a little bit, like,
and you don't see blood going.
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
So
I'm
I'm thinking, I thought you were gonna stab him in the head because that would have been. I was like, because I literally did this on the screen. I'm like,
Yeah.
please don't do it. Please don't do it.
So
The neck was bad.
Joel dies, episode 2, and Abby's like, I'm gonna kill all you, and I believe her. I was like, she's gonna find Joel, and she's gonna murk every single one.
And
of you.
again, why wouldn't you kill these 2 girls?
Because they only wanted Joel. Remember, they made a pact to get Joel, and nobody else.
Listen, if you're getting in the way, Sam, you got to go too. I'm sorry. I love you.
I haven't played the game yet, so I can't speak to it. But I
But
know
like
in the
again,
game, I
like
killed
when
way
it was
more
just
people
it was
than I
just
had to.
Joel and the girl, you can knock
I can
her
understand
out,
if you
right?
if you take out Ellie, because you know she's coming after you. Even though you think she doesn't know anything, you still have a loose
But
end
she does
out
know.
there.
She knows that they're the fireflies. She knows
She
this
doesn't
and
know
that.
it's that. She's gonna find out from the other girl.
That's
and
why.
that she
That's
has
why-
no
so that's
idea.
why you
like
killed
they
Dina.
left
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You think they can't like together be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Well, that was the other thing too that they talked about in the after whatever is the only crane shot in the entire episode is the one after Joel dies where it pans up and you see just the two.
yeah,
of them.
and that's where it was finale right
Yeah.
there when they're dragging.
His body.
No. Well, no, where it before they show up to get her because they don't even. So this is the crane shot where she's crawling over to Joel and she lays on
Oh
top
yeah,
of
yeah,
him.
yeah.
They're like, we got a crane for that one scene. That's the only reason we used it
Wow.
because they wanted to have. They're like everything was intimate before that, but this was the
Yeah.
360 view.
And it's brutal because you knew they were gonna make up because even she has a little argument with her patrol guy.
Yeah,
She's
like, we're
he's
fine.
him, I'm me, we're
We're
fine.
fine.
Our
It's
stuff's-
complicated.
our stuff's
but we're gonna
complicated.
work it out.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, they're gonna.
I
work
did
it
like
out.
the way when he showed up.
Which
he's like,
now they can't
"Heard you
work it
kissed- I heard you kissed. I heard you had an incident. I was like, oh, she kissed me. He's like, that's messed up. And he's like, no,
But he knew.
I just messed
He
up.
knew the whole
He
thing.
just-
Okay.
And then he goes, it's kind of messed up.
Just popped his head back in. Yeah. So at least it can be humor.
But yeah, that's it. And then the end of the episode is them dragging the body.
Yes.
Joel's still alive.
Well, here's the thing too. How about there were 4 horses,
Yeah.
and the firefighter people didn't take any. So what happened to the other 2? They just leave them up there?
Probably they're
'Cause
probably
what-
just trauma shocked. They're
You
just-
couldn't.
you tie them.
You
too.
couldn't tie them to. And
Maybe we didn't
drag
see
them
that.
back
Maybe we didn't
because
see
you
something,
know that
because they made it a big point to show you that Joel's body was being dragged,
Well,
and therefore there was footsteps on the other
Right.
side from the horse, and then there was nothing, right? Like
Yeah.
behind
And-
Joel.
whatever
gone.
his name is, the Asian dude, I can't remember, the former
I don't remember.
boyfriend, is clearly making her ride with him so she doesn't go off right away.
Yeah.
So, like, why you wouldn't bring the horses back is whatever.
Yeah.
That's all I kept thinking. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, the 2 of you came in on horses, okay. And then the 2 of you showed up in horses. Well, the other 2.
But that's how it ends.
Yeah.
The
place is still on fire,
The
too.
town survives though. They get through that infected.
How about the
wall.
dogs?
The dog. But I thought so. You can't get infected by having their blood because the dogs seem to save the day. Honestly,
100%.
you know what I mean? And I'm like, but what,
100%.
can't the
Where did
dogs
they
get
get so many
infected?
dogs?
They've been breeding them. They have them in their spot. Remember, it's the city.
been 5
That place was
years.
huge. When they look
Yeah.
back, I was like, oh, they've
Don't
been
be
doing
caught
this
on
for me.
Main Street.
Yeah. So, yeah. So what do we think?
It's good. I like again. I haven't played the game. I knew he was going to die, but because that's the not special reveal. Surprised it was this early in the season, and
I was surprised
just-
it was like that episode 2. I mean, I get it. Pedro
yeah.
Pascal's got a lot going on.
I think it was a smart move to do that, though.
get it out of the way.
Yeah, because people are expecting it, and
Right.
they actually made us unexpect.
Right.
Expected.
That's fair.
Even like
You
you
know
said,
what I
he's
mean?
laying there, and
Yeah.
we're like, oh.
Yeah.
and as much as I liked the first episode, I think this was a better episode. I give it like an 8.5.
Yeah,
It's
I
not.
give it
It's
a-
not the best it can be, but it's really good.
It's good TV.
Yeah.
It's really good TV. Next, I'm just looking forward to seeing. They show her training in some
Yeah.
feature trailers.
Well,
like-
that's the craziest thing too, because I remember seeing the what's the word I'm looking for? The sneaker trailer for the season, and on the wall outside Jackson Hole. I'm like, oh, we ain't seen nothing.
We
Yeah,
ain't
if
seen
that
nothing.
if that's the beginning of the
Yeah.
season, the other stuff I saw in that trailer.
Because there's another big baddie. The guy, he plays Commissioner Gordon in the Batman.
Oh, Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah, he was also the voice of the same character
Oh, is that
in the
right?
game. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's the next.
I have a
big
second
baddie
game. I
or
haven't
whatever.
played it yet though.
And then I guess because there's gonna be 2 seasons more. The season
Is that
2,
it?
and then they say the 3rd season might be the last season.
Because that'll cover the second game, and there is no
Yeah.
Last of Us 3 because they killed Joel, y'all.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Unless they decide, unless they want to make an Ellie game.
That's it.
Yeah. You
I
gotta
don't
create.
think-
You
I don't
gotta
think
create
Last of
another
Us
character
2
that's just as compelling. You know what I mean? Like
I don't think Last of Us 2 is as well received, right, as Last of Us because
because of this.
Abby
Right,
kills
because of this.
Joel, and then
Yeah.
therefore now you can't go on because people like.
Yeah.
Although me, I'm like, you're just in the world, so I'm totally okay with them killing Joel. Actually,
Well,
in a way, right? Like
I'm
kinda
okay
makes
with it because it gives
Yeah.
me the reaction of, "Wow, I didn't expect that," and
Right.
that's life.
And that's
You know what I
life.
mean? You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Well, that
Yeah.
in the world of the game anyway, it's not all about, but it's about evoking an emotional response, and it's not a happy game at any point in the game. So, like for the second game, what else are you gonna do?
Mhm.
Those 2 characters have already lost everything, so one of them has to lose the other, I guess.
All right.
And you can't kill Joel's second daughter, right? So he's got.
he already lost.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
he already lost
yeah.
one
You
daughter.
can't kill Ellie because
God, the first game that I stopped playing it. As soon as I played it,
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
my friend was like, "Oh, you're gonna love this." Blah blah blah. And I thought it was like a first-person shooter or something. I didn't know what I was playing.
Mm.
I figured it was gonna be post-apocalyptic zombies, which it kind of
It
is.
kind of is,
right? But
yeah.
the whole point is it starts off and a plane crashes. You're the little girl. You get in the car and you figure, right? The 2 old dudes, the uncle and the dad, will die, and you'll grow up and you'll be without them, right? Without your parental figures, and that you would be. But no, they make it. And you're dead. And I was like, I don't want to play this game anymore. I wanted to play 30-year-old.
Oh, you missed all that.
you know,
you
like
missed-
daughter of the post-apocalypse.
There's some fun stuff in that game,
So-
especially the horse scene with Ellie. That seems fun.
and then instead we play 50-year-old Joel. How old is Joel when he dies too?
He's got to be
It's
in his 60s,
amazing
right?
he made it
60s.
as far as he did.
Yeah, they say it's 60.
Yeah, they do. You know,
They mention
don't
it's
look bad for a guy in your
60s,
60s.
yeah.
Jesus. So
You're actually kind of handsome.
yeah.
That's our review of episode 2. Let us know if you like it. Hit that like button down there.
And
hit
that you
that
don't like
subscribe
Abby.
button.
And watch
Let us know
Andor
why.
tonight.
Andor. Yeah. Well,
Or
this video will
yesterday.
come out.
Yesterday. Whenever
Watch Andor. We'll be doing reviews
Oh
on that
yeah,
as
season
well.
2.
Yeah, we got to do reviews on that as well because we did that last year. All right. Well, not last year, but
Last season.
All right. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
The brightest day. Where are